Hello YouTube, this is Reverend Evan Sackett. I was making a video yesterday and I was going to post it. Actually, I kind of wished I would have left it up because it was a pretty emotional video. Basically, it was me, severely inebriated, whining and going on about some personal trauma that I was experiencing in love life. But it's good to have my mind back now and to be back on top. I was going through some personal trauma, and I guess it's just something everybody goes through that I couldn't really bring myself to realize that. But I mean, I'm sure that all of you have experienced hurt in your life as far as relationships go. And I never did understand that. I mean, I've seen so many people commit suicide over girls or boys and just, go to jail over them, let their lives just rot away in front of them, and I never could understand it. And not at the time I couldn't, because I'd never been in a relationship. And, I grew up as a reject. I've been a reject all my life, man. I'm a reject and proud to say it. I never got girls. Girls weren't interested in me. Maybe I just never talked to them. But now I realize, things happen to me like that. I go 7 years without seeing anybody, and all of a sudden, like 5 or 6 of them come all out at once, But here's the catch to all that. You see, I'm from the South. I'm a country boy, and I realize that now. I mean, I could move to Los Angeles, I could move to New York City, but there is a certain level of countrification that takes place down here in the South that you people in New York or Los Angeles, you will never know. Here's an example. If I were to walk down the street of New York City, I could not walk up to someone that I do not know and talk to them. If I were to do that, I would either get told, fuck off, or get completely ignored, or possibly get punched in the face. You just don't talk to people that you don't know up north. I realized that after I graduated from high school and moved up to Ohio for about a year. I learned that very quickly, that you don't do that. But see, down here in the South, I mean, you can be broke down on the side of the road and a complete stranger will pull over and help you out. And that's the way it is around here. I mean, it's understood. I mean, kindness is understood. You can walk up to somebody you've never met before in your life and be like, hey man, could you give me a helping hand? And they'll usually, more than likely, they'll be happy to do it. You can go into a restaurant, you can sit down to a guy sitting next to you and strike up a great conversation about fishing, about whatever, And I mean, there's just so much coldness in city life. I mean, as I was growing up down here, in the South, in Tennessee, Roane County, a small little county that nobody's ever heard of, I always dreamed about, going up north, going up to New York City, going to Los Angeles and partying down, being out there with the in crowd, being out there, where I thought I'd be happy. But now, as I've gotten older and I've grown up down here, I can appreciate the solitude and the pureness of being in an area like this, because there's a certain level of reality here. I mean, around here, man, everybody's got their own universe. It's not like living up in New York City where people have a little bitty apartment. It's like you're allotted a certain amount of space when you live in a city, and that's all you have. People have their little apartment, they have the little route they take to work every day on the subway or whatever, they go back to that little apartment, and that's their life. They're surviving, they're not living. In the South, people have property, they have room to expand, to create families, to create culture, to create happiness, to enjoy life, to actually enjoy life. People buy their little homes out in the country, grow their own food sometimes, build a moonshine still, just drink their moonshine, grow a pot plant, smoke on their weed, be happy, enjoy life, and not just be fucking miserable all the time. Because I want to tell you something that I've realized. I've been miserable my whole fucking life, and I don't mean just moderately miserable. I mean, there hasn't been a day that has gone by that I haven't thought about suicide. As a matter of fact, up until recently, I used to keep a loaded gun next to my bed, just so I knew that if things got too bad to handle, I could have that escape. But something's always held me back, and I'm only 25 years old. Now, I'll always be suicidal till the day I die. It's always going to be a part of me. And medication's not going to help. I've tried medication, tried therapy. Medication, I might have a very fragile brain chemistry. And I may die by suicide someday. I may kill myself. If it happens, it happens. I probably will die by suicide sooner or later. I hope I don't, but I have no way to control what my mind's going to do. I have no control over it. But the point of all this is I realize now that we all have a destiny, and it's waiting for us. You don't have to live in misery. I mean, you can wake up from it and go with it. I mean, look at me. I mean, there was a certain individual that I never thought that I would have the opportunity to have. That I never thought I would be involved in her life, and I have been involved in her life, and now I realize that it's not what I thought it was. She's not the person I thought she was. But, you know, that's not something I want to get into, but the point is that there's not a lot of room for relationships down here in the South. That's the bad thing, because so many people have already, I mean around here people get married at 22, 23. You go up north, people probably don't get married till like they're maybe 28, 29. Around here, you find people that are 25 that already have started families, and that is what I envy. I'm 25 years old. I want to be a father more than anything. I want to have a wife. I want to have a family, someone to share my life with. But I don't have that. No, I've not met a woman who wants to have that with me because I haven't been out there enough. I'm ready for it. And I know that I'll accomplish it sooner or later. It's just a matter of finding it. You know, you can't go out here and snatch up the first woman that shows interest in you and have a child with them. I'm sure you could, but it's probably not going to work out very well. But, I mean, so many people around here are taken. So all the women in my life seem to already have men involved with their life, which means that I am nothing more than a male mistress. And it's taken its toll on me. These last couple of weeks, I have been on the verge of committing suicide. Last night, I recorded a YouTube video where I was pretty fucking drunk, and I was literally inches away from pulling the trigger. I mean, I had it. I didn't want to kill myself to hurt the people that did care about me. I didn't want to kill myself to try to hurt the women that might possibly feel something for me. I just wanted to stop the pain. The only time I got a break from it, the only time I still get a break from it is when I'm sleeping. But when I wake up, it all hits me again. That longing, wanting so bad for someone to care about you. Wanting to progress, wanting to have that life with that person, but realizing that it's not going to happen that way. You know, it's just not going to happen that way. And it fucking pisses me off because I just want to I want to start smashing shit. I want to pick up a fucking brick and just start breaking windows and screaming and scratching my face and just put myself out of this agonizing pain. I mean, it's more than someone should have to bear. I never realized just how hurtful love can get, but it can tear you apart. The pain of not knowing if this person cares for you. I mean, they care for you one day, but the next day, do they still care for you? The next day, do they still care for you? Are they still there? Have they gone away? I mean, what's the case? And it's gotten to be more than I can handle, and I want to end it so bad, but something keeps me going. I keep thinking that just maybe things will work out for the best. But it's so hard to stay alive. It is so hard. But I do it. I just hope that maybe I can help some of you out there, because I know so many of you feel the same way I do. I know you wake up, and I know what it's like to wake up and just have that pain inside your soul and want so badly for it to go away. It's not about hurting people that care about you. It's just about being at peace, about not having to feel that horrible pain. And people tell you that you know your life's worth living, but you're going to die anyway. So you figure, why? Why suffer? Why do you have to suffer like this? Your mind just kills you, and you can't fucking deal with it. You look in the mirror and you hate that person that you see. You just want to destroy that person. You hate what you are. You hate what you feel. You despise the life you live, and you just want to fucking just stop it. Stop it. You beg God, get rid of this pain. Fuck. Just stop it. Why do I have to live like this? Why do I have to feel like this? Why can't I just be happy?